WordPress makes organizing your website easy with categories and tags. When you create a post in your WordPress site, you can file that post under a category that you specify. A category is like a folder that describes the topic of a group of posts. For example, if you had a website on movie reviews, you could have a post on the Terminator 2 movie, and this would be filed under category sci-fi. You can rename categories according to what kind of post will go under it. So in our movie review example, we could have several different categories such as romance, action, crime, and thriller. All good WordPress sites have categories that arrange the posts and make them easier to find when browsing. When you create a post, you have the option to assign that post to a category. If you don't assign a post to a category, WordPress automatically selects the uncategorized category, which is a default category created by WordPress. This is considered bad practice when running a website in WordPress. In order to always give the impression that you're running a professional website, you must have appropriately named categories that you can place your posts under. Therefore, you should rename your uncategorized category to something more appropriate, such as other, miscellaneous, or random. When starting out with your website, it's not always necessary to create all of your categories at once. Since you'll be creating content regularly, you can create categories on the fly based on the topic that your post will be talking about. You can have as many or as less categories as you want, but this will largely depend on the different kinds of things your post will be discussing. Creating categories is a simple process in WordPress. In the dashboard, hover your cursor over posts and then select categories. You will then be taken to the categories page. Here you can create, edit, and delete categories. To create a new category, just type in the name of the category you wish to create where it says name. Then type in the slug, which is the URL friendly version of the category. This is usually the same name but in all lowercase. You can specify a parent category, in which case the category will become a subcategory of the parent category. You can also add a description of the category in the description box. When you've finished, just click on the Add New Category button and your category will be created. We mentioned that it is good practice to rename the uncategorized category to something more appropriate. You can do so by hovering over the uncategorized category and selecting Edit. You will then be taken to the Edit Category page where you can rename the category. I'm going to rename it to Other. Once you've finished editing the category, just click on Update. And now the category has been renamed to Other. You can also add categories right from the Add New Post or Edit Post page. Let's go to the post screen to see how this works. So if I go to All Posts, and then I go to my draft post here, you can do this by clicking on the Add New Category link inside the Categories panel. And all you have to do here is to enter the name of the category and just click on the Add New Category button. WordPress makes it super easy to create and manage categories. Once you've created categories that will hold your posts, you can easily assign a post to a category when you create one, or you can edit a post and assign it to a category by selecting the category from the list of categories available in the Edit Post page. So in our post here, we have two categories. To assign the post to a category, just click on the checkbox next to the category that you wish to add the post. So in this case, I already have Other ticked because this post was categorized under the uncategorized category that we renamed to Other. But I can change this by clicking Opinion as the new category and unticking the Other. Make sure you don't have a single post under multiple categories, as the search engines can penalize you for duplicate content. The categories box has two tabs: All Categories and Most Used. If you have many categories, WordPress makes it easier for you to choose your category from the Most Used tab, which displays the categories you frequently use. Just like categories, tags sort and organize your content to improve the usability of your site. This helps readers to browse through your site's content by topic rather than browse your content in a chronological way. While categories are the broad groupings of your posts, tags are there to describe specific details about your posts. You can think of tags as your site's index words, and you can use them to further categorize your content. The tags that you will use will always be dependent on what your post is all about. Let's say you have a personal blog and you have 4 categories: food, travel, movies, and books. when you want to write a post about that delicious pasta you had at an Italian restaurant, you will assign the post to the food category first, and then you can add appropriate tags such as pasta bolognese, pizza, steak, and so on. Just like creating categories, adding tags is also a very simple process. When you create a post, you can create tags and add it to the post, or you can add tags to an existing post via the edit post page. Either way, look for this tags panel, which is located just under the categories. You can add a tag in several ways by typing the tag into the text box and then clicking the add button. So I'm going to add a tag here. Click on the add button and my tag has been added. I can also add all my tags at once by separating them with a comma. So if I write here first tag, separate with a comma, and then another tag, separate it with a comma, and then write my third tag. And now if I click on the add button, it will add all three tags. You don't have to write tags for all of your posts, as you can reuse tags that you have already created by clicking on the choose from the most used tags link. Tags are there to collate your related posts together, and it's important that you don't get too carried away with the process. It's important to limit the number of tags. In WordPress, you can assign as many tags as you want to a post, but it makes good practice to limit your tags to no more than 10. Only add more than 10 tags per post if you feel it is necessary. You should also reuse the same tags where possible. You can reuse the same tags on different posts when it's appropriate, and if your website is about a particular topic, then chances are that you'll be able to reuse most of your tags since they will be related to the same subject. WordPress provides categories and posts to help you to organize your content, but if you feel that you need more options, then you can create custom taxonomies. This is a topic that's outside the scope of this course, but there are hundreds of free resources online. Just do a quick Google search for custom taxonomies WordPress.